welcome to another Insane Empire podcast. This year may be my favorite year. I don't know about y'all's. Definitely as a fan.
Definitely my least
Definitely
favorite
as a fan,
year.
this is my favorite.
It's my favorite too.
My favorite by far.
This year was super unexpected, though. So.
Yes, the year of the unexpected. So let's go ahead and go straight into it. Christian, I think you had an unexpected moment even before the year started, right?
Yeah. My moment was, Chris used to do all of our videoing and stuff like that.
Rodriguez, right?
Yeah, I was saying,
Rodriguez.
you're speaking in third person.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris.
You know.
You know what I'm saying. Yeah, Christian Rodriguez used to do all of our recordings, right? And but he wouldn't tell you what he was doing for the videos until you got there. So he was just like, "Yo, you're going to be in an insane video." And I was like, "Oh, this year I haven't been talked to yet, but you know, it's a possibility, right?" And so now I pull up and he was just like, "All right, so anyways, you're switching to Resolute." And I was like, "What?" But he did.
You were defiant, right?
Yeah, I was defiant. So like, you know, I'm sitting there like hardcore, like, yeah, the primitives, you know, meatheads. No offense.
No, bro.
Yeah, so we're sitting there.
No offense taken.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I've been talking up Defiant like really bad on Facebook.
Gosh, I love it when that happens.
Yeah, so like I'm
sweet glory.
Justice.
I know, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, dude, like I've crapped on like this whole team at least like 3 times, and now I got to sit here and be on the team and act like I didn't do that. Exactly, like, hey guys, didn't say those
I
things.
said a lot of things, but
You
that was
know,
the past, and this is the future.
turn the other cheek, man. You know, so I'm having to do that, and the whole time this is just pinging in my head. Well, I got to record a video like 5 times, insulting the other teams first, and then switching to Resolute in the same video. So that was my unexpected experience. There is just automatically getting switched in a video, which is never fun.
So this is just like a little announcement for all of you that, you know, maybe you're like talking crap right now. You're
Say
talking
no to the video.
You just never know what might happen in Insane. And trust me, if you get switched, we will make sure to rag on that.
Trash talk is great until it backfires.
Until it backfires.
Speaking of all
You're
that-
never safe unless you're safe.
Speaking of all that, if I remember correctly, somebody else here switched teams, and I believe he has a white hat on
Glory
for that.
team.
So.
I didn't switch teams. I got switched. I either got traded. I either got switched. I don't know honestly.
That hurt
what
me.
happened.
You got
That
traded,
hurt me,
bro.
bro.
You got
That
traded.
hurt me.
Apparently, I got traded, and then I heard that I didn't get traded.
That was somebody not owning up to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It hurt, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but
Not bad enough though.
for me, I wasn't defiant for the longest. And just like Chris, I had been talking, especially Vitality.
Oh yeah, of course, because we're rivals.
Yeah, we're
so,
rivals.
like, he got like totally smoked coming to Vitality.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Dude, all of us were so confused when you switched teams, man. Like, even me, and I was over on Resolute, like, still like, the fight, Resolute. And I was like, whoa.
Rafa was so bummed. It
Oh
was so
my gosh,
depressing.
dude.
Like, he comes over to our team and he's just like sitting in the corner, just like, nah.
No, yeah, and honestly, that's how I felt at first because I had been talking trash mostly about Vitality.
Amen.
I remember Chris had dropped a diss track.
Oh yeah, the year of the diss
The
track.
year- yeah, the year of the
Was
diss
this the
track.
year of the diss track?
Yeah,
that
The
was
Vow of Silence.
the Vow of
The Vow of
Silence.
Silence.
Before it,
That was
she did do
that
it
was
before.
trash.
Yes, I started it, and then of course Chris perfected it.
The
I
Vow of
have to
Destruction.
say. It was beautiful. It was sweet glory.
No,
He
yeah.
called me a hick.
He did.
Yeah, just because of
He
hick.
called us Barney.
If you remember it,
Like,
in episode 1, they called me a hillbilly.
Country slurs, right? You're a redneck. I'm a hick. Like,
They called me a fisher. Like, it was weird, man. They're just like, you just look like a fisherman. And I was like, okay.
sure.
Maybe a
Just
fisher
call me
of
Peter.
man.
Oh. No, it
Just
was just,
forecasting.
yeah, it's just redneck.
And then, Chino, you're back in this year, correct?
I am in Defiant this year, my first year after that.
Okay,
After the year that we don't
need
speak
an answer. Hold up, Chino.
Oh,
You were my first captain.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to know the story.
Yes.
Why
I'm so
did it
sorry.
switch captain?
because he
Okay.
hated
Why did
Resolute,
the
because
switch-
he was
Why
like,
did you leave Res?
I left Res because I was miserable in Res.
What?
It was
Whoa.
rough in Res. It was
Whoa.
rough.
It was
So-
miserable, or you made it miserable.
No.
Thank
No. I am not going to discuss any more of that.
I feel like you
But
really want to.
I went to Defiant. Yeah, we don't talk about that. The only thing we talk
We
about
don't
that
talk
year is
about
about
that
one
year.
being MVP. That's the only thing. And me going in, and me going in to save me going in to save Alexa.
Has Juan ever been MVP? I don't know. Maybe he just said it.
Yes. That's the only
Well
thing.
deserved. Well deserved.
No, you
But,
just made this man happy the whole rest of the podcast.
That year I started in Defiant, and man, it was dope. It was hype. That was my
Yeah,
team,
you,
man.
Chris, and Sierra were definitely a cool little rap.
Oh,
band.
man.
Yeah,
that
and they
was-
all had matching hats,
Yes.
man. Like they all
Yes.
had the
Yeah,
little
the
bucket
little-
hats.
I still wear the hat to this year.
I know.
Like I have it in a place
I
so that
have
whenever
seen
I
it.
go to Insane, I wear it.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
What was the year that the bat came out?
That
That
was
was that year.
no, it was the first. It was the second.
Oh,
year.
it was
No,
very-
that was
It was
that was
the
that year.
second year. The one where that was Rez.
Yeah, because I remember
Yeah.
I signed.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it was unexpected because
Yeah,
he
because
made me
I
sign
I'm pretty
it.
sure it was the
Yeah.
year that unexpected.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he made me sign it because he was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna get you back," and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool, man." Never even tried. Man.
Okay, since we went back into that, Alexa, how did you feel at Resolute? Right, you've been Res all the way through, correct, up until this past one, which we'll speak of later.
They felt amazing because they got Noe back. That's all they
Noe
wanted.
back.
Yeah.
That's all they
You got
wanted.
Christian.
That's all they wanted.
So how did the team receive Christian after all the smack talk? Was there any hard feelings?
That year, they made me belly flop in my pool to be accepted onto the group chat.
I think I know that when we got to Insane for sure, it was like he's definitely on the back burner, you know. Like, sorry, but we're not gonna. We don't really. He had to earn that trust back with the team because he talked a lot of crap. But
Every post.
every post. But
Man,
I mean,
those posts were eternal, bro. I could remember being at work and the constant notification
That
of
was the
just
most hardcore trash
smack
talk
talk,
we've had.
back and forth and back and
Well, the
forth.
vow silence and the vow destruction definitely set stuff off. It set social media wise. I don't think there's ever been a year
Oh my gosh.
Heck
as
no.
hardcore as that.
Then let's kind of move in to the game. I do want to preface it and say everything that happened as far as game-wise was planned. You can ask Pastor Osway, go ahead and comment, let them know. Everything was planned. We even did things that we were like, there's no way that this is going to work out. There's no way that they're going to make these decisions. And they did.
Played us like a puppet.
Which, yes, y'all fell right into every
You know
trap
us
that we
too
had.
well. You knew
It was
You knew
amazing.
our personalities way too well.
It was
You
amazing.
knew.
Now, was Carlitos in?
No, this year he got moved to Anarchy. And that,
Third
there-
place.
I'm sure that video clip is somewhere of when Anarchy betrayed Vitality.
Let's hear a
with
little
that
bit about
decision.
this.
Whoa! What?
They
Anarchy?
stabbed us
Anarchy
first.
stabbed
They
what?
stabbed us first. So this
Oh,
was in the
come
competition
on.
that Pastor Carlos made, and it's where they had to put the buckets with the rocks.
Yes.
And so we had already formed alliances. It was supposed to be
It was,
Vitality and Anarchy, Anality, or whatever they call it. And my husband, and I told, I was like, listen, Insane lasts 3-4 days. We are a lifetime, okay? And he's like, yeah, you're right. And then he goes and straight backstabs.
What happens in the game stays in the game.
Yeah, whatever. You're sleeping in
Unless you're married to him.
No. But there was this thing where they had to choose. You as a team leader had to choose whose bucket you put the rocks in. So you had to put weight on the person, more weight as they grow. And my guy was Orlando, and he had all this weight, and we were doing good. And then he had a choice. If I'm not mistaken, it was between us and Defiant.
No, he didn't.
I don't know if it was Defiant. I don't know if it was Resolute.
Defiant, you guys already
And-
trashed them.
And
And
he put
Yeah, no,
rocks
Defiant got
on
destroyed
my
already,
team.
man.
The Defiant was the first one to get destroyed. in
Because
every competition.
If
Defiant
you-
was the first one
if
who made
you
him
looked
squat.
Back at that video footage, my snake eyes were probably
Yes.
the most.
Your snake eyes
ever-
throughout the whole game were
The
savage.
year of the unexpected.
You
if
were
looked at
mad.
me, I was angry.
I think to this day we still have our or like moments in where do you remember when you did this?
Yeah. Just let it. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of a trauma. It's really just pushed to the back of the brain as protective, PTSD.
And the thing is that it wasn't even like it was so well like constructed.
Yeah.
That it wasn't even captains feeling like that, but like players as well.
Oh yeah.
Cause like for example, like me, like I was disappointed. I was literally disappointed. I went up to Chris and I told him, Chris, I am not gonna play for Vitality, bro.
But
like
then
I am not gonna play. And then the very first game was dodgeball.
Oh,
against
dodgeball.
Defiance.
I love that game.
Against
And
Defiance.
I love that game.
Beasted it. Like
Dude.
this guy should have got MVP because he was literally like
Oh.
Vitality was rough at dodgeball. If Rafa had not been there, we would have been out in a second. But he literally was a one-man show. Like I don't know how many minutes you lasted by yourself in dodgeball and just like knocking them out.
It's like a good
knocking
5
them
or
out.
7 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He is a
It was
beast. He
wild.
is
Against
a beast.
5 other people.
It was good.
And
I
I'm
don't
not.
think anybody's ever beat Rafa.
He has the title Dodgeball King.
Yeah, I don't think
that's
he's ever
his.
beat Rafa at dodgeball.
No. That's one title that I take proudly. Like Juan and his MVPs.
Yeah.
That's one title that I take
Dodgeball
proudly.
King, Dodgeball
We
King.
can say that about 6 more times this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, so those were definitely the starts of the
Are we gonna talk
growing
about?
pains.
Are we gonna talk about the moment?
Which one?
That's
There's
gonna
been
be
so
the
many.
end. There's so many
It's-
moments.
it's-
That's definitely
yeah, it's
gonna
gotta
be.
be-
First, we gotta talk about all the random stuff that you guys made us do.
Okay, do it.
Ice bath challenge.
Because there was so much that I've forgotten.
Listen, the year of the unexpected. I don't even know which camera I'm looking at. I think I meant looking at you. The year of the unexpected was truly unexpected. We had absolutely no clue what anything was gonna happen. Jacob and Pastor Osway put on all the weight on their shoulders to do this whole thing. So
There
that
was
it
two
could
people that knew.
2 people ran
And that was
all
it.
of Insane.
Dude, and that was
super
the-
tough.
That was the year that the movie Nerve came out.
Yes.
And
Nerve
so Nerve came out, and basically it was a whole movie. Like if you haven't watched it, and like you're super young, don't recommend it. But like
They
it was
sent a
like
text message to your Nokia phone.
they would send it. So they're sending us text messages at like
It's 3
1 in the
a.m.
3 a.m. and they're just like, "Yo, y'all want to go for a dip? Meet us up here at the
Possibly my
Town
favorite
thing.
challenge of all time.
Because it was like, whose line is it anyway?
That was
It's where
great.
you get points, but the points don't matter.
No, y'all all got points. You all got points.
Yeah.
But
I
do
got
they make
Y'all
a difference
forgot?
though?
What was the
Yes.
phrase?
You
Jacob?
even said it.
What was
No,
the phrase?
that's-
What was the phrase that you got?
You must be fully submerged. That's it.
That's hilarious.
That's all we would say.
They
That's
pretty much made
hilarious.
us at 3 a.m. just like dunk ourselves in an ice bath. And everybody was like, can I get more points if I do it again? And of course they weren't going to tell them. And Josue and Jacob were just loving their life, just watching people make complete fools. I think at one point, even all the like 12 and 13-year-olds had gotten in the ice bath and are making their own competition to see who can hold the longest. They're like, we're doing it for vitality.
And this is like what, the third day or something.
Yeah,
People
for
are
sure.
worn out. We almost said, let's cancel this one because nobody's
We're
coming
tired.
out. We sent a text and Dylan, you're the man. You ran out within like 25 seconds of that text going out. And you're like, what do I gotta do? And all we would say, you must be fully
Well,
submerged.
that's who woke me up, like in the cabin, because all I hear is, guys, there's a text message,
And here
we
he
were just
comes
like,
with the
"Whoa,
flag.
what?"
He's like, ah!
Yeah, so we're all trucking up shirtless and in white beaters, just like trying to get up to
And
the
if I'm
town
not
hall. It was
mistaken,
crazy.
was this after kickball?
Yeah,
No,
no, it wasn't after
It
kickball.
wasn't there
I don't
yet?
think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Well, because kickball
That
was the
was
first,
Sunday.
like
That
one
No,
of the.
kickball was like
It was like we
night
did
2
that.
or 3.
that
Yeah, it
day.
was, yeah.
Yeah, anyway,
That was-
kickball was that's with the whole big shebang, but I don't know. Literally everything was unexpected, including which we swore, and to this day we still don't know if Pastor Josue and Jacob turned off all the power.
No.
What?
Oh, I forgot about that.
The
Turned off
ice
all
bath.
the power. So it's like crazy late. It's like 1 a.m. We just finished this hardcore game. I don't remember which one. And we're all sitting there, waiting on showers and all that stuff. And all of a sudden we hear, and then all the lights went out.
It goes dark.
All the lights went out. People are in the shower. No more shower. Like just completely. And we're like, what did you do? what did you do? Is this part of it? Like, we're like straight Survivor at this mode. Like, we're like, do we get breads and fishes? Do we get a cup of rice? And like, all the lights went out. We still to this day, we were like, they had to have done, but we didn't have air conditioning. No. We didn't have bathrooms.
People would go to the lake.
Speaking of air conditioning, so if you've never stayed in the hype cabin, don't do it. Don't ever stay in the hype cabin. If there's a chill cabin, go to that cabin. But anyways, so the hype cabin decides, hey, yo, who's got a speaker? And so two dudes are just like, yo, we got speakers. And they start having a freaking dance party in the thing. So it's just steaming up in there. And we have no air conditioning or nothing. So like, it's just like a whole bunch of people dancing bachata like at like 3 a.m.
And I don't know if we've mentioned this on other podcasts, but there's something about Crowder's Ridge that's just a little bit hotter and a little bit smellier than any other place you've been on Earth. So I can't imagine the smell.
It was beautiful.
Coming out of that cabin with no
We had
AC,
people coming up to us
no
saying,
showers.
please turn the power back on. I'm like, yes, we coordinated it to where everybody on the whole street had no power.
Me and Josue are going to go fix this transformer real quick. We'll be right back, guys. Don't worry, guys. We got it.
Oh, the year that expected for everyone. No, literally, like
Even the weather was
miserable at that point because I think we had the barn by that time. Like it wasn't the tent, like Crowder's Ridge.
You're
Yeah,
so
it was
excited
the
for
ball
AC, and then it just
we were
got
like,
dashed
AC,
away, man.
AC, and then it's hot again. So, and that lasted a day and a half.
It was a long time.
It's like a day and a half with no power, no bathrooms. Just
And
go
the
to
pool
lake
was never
and do your
open, so you
thing.
couldn't get into
No,
that.
Well, I mean, when was the pool open?
No,
That's
but
another
they
question.
would use the lake. I remember Dylan said, "Oh no, I already took a bath in the lake."
And that lake's like a pond.
Dude.
Yeah, I never got in the lake because I'm just not a lake person.
It's forbidden sweet tea,
But I
man.
got in that year.
Forbidden.
It was too much.
It's forbidden sweet tea.
Yeah.
All
Lots
right.
of unexpected things that year.
So I can't remember. Was that the year that we did the whole Water Olympics, or we had
Yes.
did that in year 2?
Yep, it was.
I don't know.
That was the Water
There was
Olympics
water.
year because I
Water
remember
Olympics.
swimming my heart out for
wrestling.
Resolute.
Water
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yes.
Yes.
On there.
The
That was the
wrestling,
first
bro.
year
I
that-
beat you in wrestling.
Okay,
beat you
Chino.
in water
Look at
wrestling,
this
bro.
guy. Okay.
I beat you in water
How you gotta
wrestling.
say this?
I
Okay.
remembered it because I had a neck hurt like a whole camp after
First
that.
of all,
My
let's
neck was
state
done.
the facts.
Pretty young.
Yes.
Nah, hold up.
Yeah,
My
man, I
neck
beat
was
you. I
done
totally
after
beat you on
that.
that. Yeah.
Chino in his insane career has never beaten me one-on-one. Okay.
Oh
let's just
my
put that out there.
God. I
Never,
beat you in that.
Never.
I beat
You know
in
what?
that one,
Because
bro.
I didn't go
Wait,
2018.
when did you beat him?
Yes, you did.
When did you beat him?
in the unexpected?
He didn't go in the unexpected.
He didn't go on unexpected.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
So I call cat.
Oh,
I call
who was
cat.
it?
Like I said.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
I don't remember who it was. It was somebody who looked like you then.
Looked like me, but not me.
I will tell you, no matter what y'all say, the best moment is Juan Castro's in water wrestling. I don't know if you
that was
remember it.
crazy.
The guy comes after him. I forget who
It
it
was
is.
Chris Blackburn. Both
Okay,
of them.
yes.
Both of them.
He
were
comes
wrestling in high
at him
school.
and he goes, bam, and slams him on the mat, just face first.
Juan's like a wrestling
Oh my
maniac.
gosh,
Like that's
Juan.
his like sweet spot.
Greatest moment. That was so
Wait,
fantastic.
wasn't that the year where they also had like that little rolling tube that you had to?
you have to like.
No,
Like-
I felt bad for this
I
one
think
kid,
it was
man.
the
He
year
was-
that they had the rolling
Because
tube.
the thing I remember from the water thing the most is when they were doing the rolling
Oh,
tube.
and
with
Don't mention his
them.
name. Don't mention his name.
I think we have footage of that.
We
Yeah,
did. We did.
Yeah,
Was
we
that
definitely
the
did.
year?
That was the year he belly flopped. Yes.
Oh.
Join us, Chino. Join
The
us.
belly floss was 2019.
No.
No, it
No,
was
no, I
2018
wasn't
too.
defiant. I wasn't
yeah?
defiant. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was that year because I got
That
memed
hurt,
for the
man.
I got
That-
memed for
that literally
the
hurt.
ice bath challenge too because apparently I had a sad face on and so they were just like say something and I was just like man
With the Kim Kardashian one where she's like crying, it's like, you know that I can't. You know?
oh yeah and then there's Danny just like in the bath like
Do we still have any of that
Yeah,
footage?
we got it.
It's got to
Oh,
be
man.
somewhere.
We
We got to dig it up. We got to dig it up.
We gotta put
Editing crew, if you can, go ahead and insert some footage there.
Yeah.
just put the
insert-
moments right above my head right here.
If not,
If not,
you'll know that we don't have it anymore.
Oh, such great times. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There were great moments inside the unexpected. I just didn't notice them until 2
Yes.
years later. Yeah, until like, what,
Until
six
we're talking
years
about
later,
it right
until
now.
6 years later. Just so you know, I was pretty miserable the year of the unexpected.
She
I
was.
did not like not knowing anything.
I
It's just
loved
a
it.
personality trait.
I
remember,
loved it.
like,
I
was
loved
like,
it.
this is the year I retire. I don't know how old I was.
I loved
think
it.
I was
You
like
were
26.
done. You were done. We pushed every button we could on you.
Oh,
It was
literally
over.
every button. I was like, guys, I'm just not cut out for this life. Like, I'm just trying to help the children and bring them to Jesus. Like,
You brought him to something, man. It was pretty cool.
I don't think I brought them to anything
So,
that year.
Before we get in to the big moments, to the moments that defined it, we're going to have to cut it right here.
Oh, no.
Unexpectedly, we are cutting the episode here. You're going to have to join us next time so that we can go into it. So join us next time to figure out the big moments, the year of the unexpected.